Maximal expansive breathing is one of the cornerstones of kin stretch, and it's very similar to Wim Hof style breathing. What we're going to do is try to inflate as much as we can and relax on our exhale. So we make it forceful inhale, powerful breath, relaxing on the exhale. You can experiment with this with whether you do it all through your nose, all through your mouth, alternating the two, inhaling through one, out through the exhale through the other, whatever. Generally, I like to do inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, but I think it'd be really good if you experiment, okay? So we're gonna do 40 breaths together. You're gonna inhale as much as you can, just relax to let it out. Do that 40 times. Notice where you're expanding, notice where you're getting your expansion from, and also pay attention to whether or not you feel like you're tensing anything up, okay? As you get better at this, you can also practice it in more dynamic variable situations. You can practice in a squat, you can practice in a sport-specific position and seeing what your breath control is like in that area. You're also doing some control on how fast you inflate, how fast you deflate. You can have so many variables that you play with here. We can do when you're not watching this video. Do 40 breaths on your own where you focus on a long inhale and a relaxed exhale, just like we do ramping up for our contractions, right? You can do the same thing with ramping up and down here. But to start, we're gonna do 40 breaths. On the 40th one, I'm gonna ask you to hold your inhale. So that means that when you inhale, your diaphragm is stretched out and you're gonna be holding isometric contraction essentially for it, okay? Hold it for as long as you can. I'll hold it for as long as I can. You can also pause it, of course, if you need to go longer or shorter or whatever. And then you're gonna breathe normally for a few breaths, and we'll do the opposite side. We're gonna do exhales, so as forceful an exhale as you can, stretching the diaphragm out in the opposite direction, and then letting yourself inhale. So it's almost like you're squishing out a balloon that automatically reinflates, okay? So you're just getting exercise on both ends of that spectrum. When you're a little kid, the diaphragm has a ton of range of motion, and as you start to not use that, you tend to lose it, just like every other thing, right? So we're gonna get that back for you here, okay? Are you ready? 40 deep breaths, maximum inhale, relax, exhale. Ready? And in. Out. 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 In. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, let it out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, halfway there, in, out, 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 10 more, in, out, 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 in and hold. if you need to. Adjust your positioning if you need to for your body. If you want to try lying on your back for the exhales, whatever you want. We're going to do it all the way. Exhale. Let it in. Okay? 40 breaths. Holding. Guarantee I'm not going to be able to hold as long in this one. The first couple times you try it, it's going to be really weird, and it's probably going to be a really short breath hold. Okay? Ready? And exhaling all the way out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out all the way. In. Out. 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 Let it in. Out. Let it in. All the way out. In. Out. Halfway there. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. All the way. Let it in. Out. In. Maximum out. In. All the way out. In. All the way out and hold. Whew, yeah, definitely a lot shorter. Good work in your diaphragm. Hopefully you feel more open. You can use that for the rest of your day. You could do this in the morning or right before you go to bed. You probably feel amazing. Or you could do both and just get that much farther along your journey. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll hear about your success stories too.